The following is intended for mature audiences only. May contain strong language, crude humor, adult themes, and suggestive material.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of We're Done Here. I am here this week with an amazing guest, Joanna Briley. Joanna, how are you?
Hi, Meka. I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me on We're Done Here.
Yes. So Joanna is founder of the Black Women in Comedy Laff Fest. I participated last year. I'm participating again this year. Yes. It takes place, I want to say, June 14th?
Yes, June 14th through the 18th, which is Juneteenth week.
Yes, exactly. And it's actually, I love it. If you're a Black woman, look up the information, come out to, unfortunately, if you didn't submit and you're a comedian, it's too late for you. But if you're a listener, even if you're not Black, white people, please come out as well.
Yes, it's for everyone.
It's for everyone. But it's the Black Women in Comedy Laff Fest. It's super duper. I had an amazing time, met so many different comics, and I'm so happy that you started that festival.
Yes, yes. Well, as we shared last night at the Mixer, the reason it was created was born out of rage. We were upset one night. We were in a Facebook group, and we were just going back and forth with this other group about, hey, how you're in New York City and you don't have Black women in your festival.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck it. Let's create our own. And that was 2018. And it's like sometimes you need that, because I've always had that in my mind that I wanted to do something like that, but more inclusive. But I was like, shit, they're keeping us out. Might as well make our own. And because of that, it has opened so many doors for the women that participated, and myself included. So
it has opened doors for me. Now everybody want a little Black woman on there a little bit.
And that's the key, because, you know, and that's the point. Like, how can you have all these shows in New York City and you don't have Black women?
Yeah, it's
or
weird.
Women in general. You might have one woman on the show.
Yeah, I hate that one woman thing. It's like, whatever.
It's like, no, we're all funny. We all have gifts. We all have talent. And I love watching comedy. I love to laugh.
No, most. And you were talking about the Mixer yesterday. That's the, was it Ladies in Comedy?
Ladies of Comedy, and
Association?
Ladies in Comedy Association.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Run by Abby Robertson. There's chapters all over. They're building up like a network.
No, that's what it seems
similar.
like. It seems really cool.
She's trying to just make sure we're all connected on all levels. I'm on the talent board.
Yes, you are.
And there's a industry side of this group and talent side. So it's a way to forge opportunities that we normally wouldn't get.
No, most definitely. So the Mixer yesterday, I don't know how many, it was like 100, over 100
it was booked for 125.
Yeah, it was like, so over 125 women in comedy there. We were all there having a great time. I was drinking that Aperol. I was drunk from a soccer game, and then I was drinking this Aperol Spritz.
I know. I was like, what was that you were drinking? It looked pretty.
It was not. I've been drinking Aperol Spritz all weekend.
Aperol who?
Aperol Spritz. It's just like some Italian liqueur. I've been drinking them for years, but not everybody want to drink them. Whatever.
You put it on the map. That's what it is.
Thank you. It was
I had the Casamigos soda.
Oh, yeah, you're serious about your Casamigos.
Because it's, when you keto, you need to clear liquor.
You need to. You are serious about that Casamigos. And you was like, I remember you saying, this ain't Casamigos.
Right, that was one of them. You
could tell that it wasn't Casamigos.
I'm so used to Casamigos. But then I get so drunk, I don't even know what, I'm like, this ain't Casamigos. My taste buds get numb.
This ain't Casamigos.
Listen, I was at Caroline's and I made the guy give me a shot because I didn't believe it was Casamigos.
Oh, and was it Casamigos?
And the shot was Casamigos. I was like, thank you. Okay. That's all I really wanted was an extra shot.
Joanna was out here scheming to get shots of Casamigos. I remember. Don't do shots with Joanna, because Joanna, if you see Joanna out, she'll be like, let's do shots. She was like, no.
Oh yeah, I do. I
too many shots.
Yes. I'm gonna do some tonight at Lois's show, Black Light Comedy. I'm guest hosting.
Oh, nice.
For her.
I never been to that show. I didn't even know she was out there.
You've never been booked?
No, she never booked me, but I've also never been there. So that's
okay.
Thing.
Yeah. So I opened the door for, if you've never been booked by her, just to hit me up or hit her up, because she's looking for new faces on the show. So it's a very diverse.
No, joking.
Yes, Sherry's on the show. Aaliyah's on the show. Ayana Duki and Katie Kampa.
Oh, nice.
We got special drop-ins. They just called her up. Pat Brown and Carrie Cottet
Oh, nice.
are
Nice.
stopping by.
Brown,
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh, that's going to be a fun show. So
Yes.
super fun. So tell us where you're from originally, Joanna.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
New York
born
in
and
the house.
raised. I live in Crown Heights at the moment, but I grew up in Connecticut with my dad from the age of 8 until 15.
Okay.
So he was a single father until, women love a man with a kid. You
No,
know,
that's
they
true. They
love.
do. You
Remember
can't be a
Eddie's
single
father?
father
I don't
for
know if
too
you know
long.
Eddie's father. There was a show that came on.
No, I know.
In
I feel
the
like
70s.
No, I don't know that. That's
Eddie's
before
father,
my time.
yeah, I think it's called Eddie's father. He was a single dad raising a kid, and so my dad was like a ladies' man. So
Oh, no.
like,
Yeah, single dad. Yeah.
yeah, he got.
I can see how a single dad
he was
will
able to make it
clean
work.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, have somebody. Actually, my friend is dating a single dad right now. I'm like, this man is so lucky because this girl act like that's her kid. I'm like, this kid got another
listen,
mom, right?
I'm just, I don't even try. Listen, the kid got to be 15 and older. I ain't fucking with nobody
Right.
with infant, all right? Because that's a lot of drama.
Right, and I ain't taking care of no children.
Exactly.
Right.
And the thing is, the mom, and it's funny because the top we're going to talk about today, but the thing is, the kid, is not yours. And then if y'all break up, your heart is already invested in this kid.
No, that's true. That's true. That is very true. That is very true.
And then
yeah.
they're usually still fucking, but like if the kid, I'm
Yeah,
saying from
that's
1
true.
to 10
If the kid
years
is
old,
young,
they're
yeah.
probably still fucking.
No, that's true. You're right. You're right.
We could curse because I'm
Yeah, we
already
can
done.
curse.
I
Yeah,
done
we
did
can-
it.
I like how she's like, fuck it. Can we curse? Yeah, we can curse.
But yeah, I've always I've always had a standard like the kids should be over 10 years of age because it takes 10 years emotionally
No, that's true.
to let go and figure out that this shit ain't gonna work.
That is true. I actually dated my first dad this summer, like 2 of them though. I had 2 dads back to back. Like I guess I'm old now. Black dad, white dad. I called them. The black dad had no lips, and the white dad, I thought he was black because his lips were so big.
Wow.
But he was like, no. I'm like, and he had like a black face. It was very strange. I thought he was light skinned. He's like,
had
no,
a
I'm
black
white.
face.
I'm white. I was like, you sure with them lips? It's weird. But anyway, I broke up with both
That's
of them.
funny because I saw Eric Frost post that he see you with the white man.
See,
that
Eric Frost
that had
needs to
me
shut up.
dying. He had me
He
dying.
been saying, he been running that joke. He ran that joke another time. I thought I saw him somewhere else. He was like, yeah, he's like, this is gonna be me taking a picture of you with some white man. I'm like, what are you talking about, Eric Frost? Anyway, shout out to Eric Frost, New York City comedian.
He's a good cook too. So we hoping this summer, we get to experience some of his barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is a good cook as well.
Yeah.
But we want to get in your topic today because this is an emotional wellness comedy podcast. So we do a little laughing, but we have to get into a serious topic, and I can't really pronounce it. What's it?
It's called. I experienced in 2000 a heterotopic pregnancy, and what
See, none of us can pronounce it. No.
A heterotopic. Okay, let me look it up. It's called heterotopic, right?
Yeah.
Hetero, like hetero.
Yeah, I got it.
Heterotopic pregnancy, which is the presence of a egg in the fallopian tube as well as the uterus. So they're not twins.
Okay.
They're just 2 eggs that were trying to be implanted, and one got stuck in the fallopian tube.
Wait, so is this through sexual? Is like normal the way? Is it like through like you know how people be injecting the babies nowadays?
Oh no,
Sorry,
no! I was fucking regularly. I
Okay,
was
got
just
you.
doing regular fucking.
So normal fucking. Okay. So we just need to-
I wasn't even trying to get pregnant. I was on birth control.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
the story. Okay,
Shady ass
so
birth control.
yes, exactly. And just before I went into my doctor, a salesman came and gave him a whole new batch of products, and I believe my doctor gave me these new birth control pills to try.
Don't try. I never switch on my birth
I
control.
know, but I was newly fucking, if you will.
no,
I mean,
get you.
I was 34, but I just met this guy. We were whatever.
It was a new
So I was like, let me right. And so I took the birth control for about a month, and I remember one day just feeling weird.
Okay.
And so I went to him. I was like, hey, doc, I don't feel good. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, man, you pregnant. I was like, what the fuck? I said, how the hell I'm pregnant and you gave me these birth control pills?
Yeah, what's going on?
I said, I took them the way you take them, and you take the blue ones, even when you're in your
you're not
cycle.
supposed to do-
I
yeah.
know, I'm grown. I know how to take birth control pills.
Yeah.
So I was pregnant, and so I was 34, and I'm like, shit. I'm 34. Am I going to have a kid?
I mean, technically speaking, you could.
Yes, right. I had a job and stuff, and you know, so I went and I talked to my guy, and we were engaged at the time, and I was like, hey, oops.
Yeah.
Where, you know, and he was like,
a month in the relationship?
No, I'm saying, no, I was on a month on the birth control.
Got you.
Right. I was two years into the relationship.
Oh,
and we moved in and stuff.
This is a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing. Okay, so I don't want to talk about him. But in the process, I went to him, I said, hey, look, I'm pregnant. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I said, what you think we should do? He was like, I don't want no more kids. I said, kids? I thought
How many kids he had?
I said, I thought you only had one.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I was like, oh, motherfucker.
He got lots of kids.
Right. Well, he had another son. So, but that had nothing to do with my decision, and I just sat on it. I was like, all right. It was like I was probably like maybe four weeks. 3 weeks or something, whatever it was. It was early, and so I'm like, I don't know what to do because I'm 34. I was like, I do want kids. I really want it. And so I'm laying in the bed with him one day, and all of a sudden I just felt this sharp pain. This sharp pain. I'm like, fuck, what is this? So I called my doctor, and he was like, get to my office. And I get to the office, and I'm gonna say Sue the assistant, whatever, ultrasound lady. She was like, come in. She was like, you hear that? And it was like, boom, 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 boom. I said, like, I'm trying not to get a fuck attached.
Yeah.
But I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear
the heart. Yeah.
She said, but you hear the other one? I was like, bitch, nobody beatboxing in here. There's no DJ in my... What's going on? She's like, yeah. She was like, oh, there's another heartbeat.
Whoa.
And so she called the doctor and everything. So now I have to go to another fancier ultrasound place on Joanna. So I went there, and now after they do the prep and they see that there is a heterotopic pregnancy occurring, nobody's talking to me, but like 50 doctors came in.
They're just talking to each other.
Yeah, and they looking at me and looking at the screen and looking at me, and I don't know if they were like new students and shit.
Yeah, like they be doing that. They have like 10 MIU kids in your fucking...
And I'm like, why is everybody in here? What's going on?
Yeah.
So then they explained to me that this is a rare case. This normally isn't something that happens or occurs, but you have, like I was on Price is Right or Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah,
like you have a heterotopic pregnancy and this, and I just blanked out. Like I just blanked out. I was like, what does that mean? Am I going to die?
Yeah. Like,
that's what I thought about.
Yes.
Yeah. The fact that I got there as quick as I did, I had to have emergency surgery because having a fertilized egg in the uterus, it could rupture and kill you. Oh,
wow. I felt that.
Right.
Like,
so, yes. So I had to have emergency surgery right then and there. Like, they wanted to put me into the hospital. I think I did. I went right to the hospital to have emergency surgery. And my insurance at the time was GHI. They was giving us a hard time because you have to get pre-authorized to get surgery and stuff. I was like, look, motherfuckers, I'm going to die. Let's get this done. And so with the heterotopic pregnancy, they removed my left fallopian tube.
Oh, wow.
Right. It had to be removed because it implanted.
What we need that for? I don't even know.
That's where the baby, egg
they be coming out.
Through.
Okay, got it. Okay, sorry.
We got two of them just in case the other one don't whack up. That's why I said I have one fallopian tube. And so I'm still able to have children. Well, no, not now, but at that time, I was like, at least I got one. I could do it. It would be more high risk. But I was like, if I choose to have children, I still can if I wanted to.
Got you.
And so once I had the emergency surgery, the other baby was still intact in my uterus.
Got it.
And that particular hospital did not do abortions. They were against abortions.
Wait, so the uterus is where the baby's supposed to be, right?
Yes, the fallopian tube is not.
It's not. Fallopian tube is not. But you wanted to get rid of the uterus baby, or?
I wasn't sure, but I felt that the birth control pills were the result of why I was going through what I was going through, and I was like, I did not want to bring a life into the world knowing that these birth control could possibly have done damage.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? That was my thought, that maybe the birth control pills were the result of why this happened. Yeah. And possibly the baby could be deformed or anything like that.
I get what you're saying.
I was like, And it didn't help that he didn't want any kids either.
Yeah.
You know.
And he already had a kid.
Yeah, he had a kid. He had one. I adored his son.
And that's less
when he
money
visited.
for your child. Sorry.
His son lived in London, and
I love London.
he still does. Yeah, and his oldest son. I think is in London or Africa. He's Nigerian.
Okay, got all these Nigerians.
Girl. I mean, he's doing well now. We're friends. We're still friends to this day. His son actually is a WBC. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Boxing. Something with boxing.
Boxing. I thought you were talking about some sort of penis.
Heavyweight or something. His son is doing really good over there.
Oh, nice.
His son is doing really good.
Okay.
But yeah, so we cool, but that was traumatic for me because, like I said, I was 34. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have children after that. So then I had to start prepping myself mentally whether I was going to have children after that. Once he and I broke up, I was a little angry at him.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I could have been a mom at 34.
No, I guess. So did you decided to get rid of the baby?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
in the uterus.
And my doctor couldn't do it at this particular hospital because they didn't believe in abortion for the whatever.
What hospital is that?
They're closed now. Victory Memorial over there.
Deuces to y'all. Like, come
it's
on
Victory
now.
Memorial. Listen, that's when I started learning about hospitals and their tenets and why they're mostly named after the Bible. Mount Sinai.
That's
I was like, that's church and state. It should be separate.
That's true, yeah.
So why is it Beth Israel? Like all of these hospitals have something to do with church and God. So
these are some godly. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so I was like, so Victory is Catholic, I believe. So they didn't believe in abortion. So I had to go to his office, and I was like, yo, what kind? I don't want birth control pills.
Yeah.
So he gave me the IUD. So I had to pay for the IUD.
Okay.
Which I was like, great, I won't get pregnant from this.
Everyone says IUD is the way to go. I don't know why I just
I don't
never
know.
did
There was
it.
a video of a kid pregnant. Remember, he came out the mom with the IUD in his hand.
No, I did not.
He was
see
born,
that.
and he had the IUD in his hand. I don't know if that was Photoshop, but it made the rounds. It was a meme of the baby coming out the mom. They got a picture of the baby with the IUD.
There's no way some
in
kids
the hand.
You trying to stop me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, made it. But yeah, I went to his office and I was like, I need something definitely foolproof.
Yeah.
And so the IUD was it. And then I stopped fucking. You know what I mean?
You stopped, emotionally, how did you deal with that? Because the thing about it is it's weird because if you listen to women, they never talk about all the miscarriages, all the strange pregnancies, all the lost babies, the baby stillborn baby. There's all these things.
Well,
and it takes this crazy emotional toll.
It does. I was a part of a documentary for a SUNY Purchase student.
Okay.
It's called Abortion Diaries. It's about maybe 10 to 15 years ago. And, I am a proponent of women's right to choose.
Yeah.
And I believe in abortion when, as a form of a tool for women
to
choose. And so when they came around asking, and this is way with MySpace, those listservs when you could just ask people, hey, would you like to be a part of? So it wasn't on Facebook or anything. So this was maybe 2001, 2002.
Before Facebook.
Right, before Facebook.
Yeah.
Right. And so I volunteered. At the same time, Planned Parenthood had a campaign out where they were selling T-shirts that said, I had an abortion. And I bought 3 of them. And one of my jokes was, I would have bought more, but I started birth control or some shit like that. So that was the joke of it, to make it funny.
Yeah.
And so what she was doing with the documentary was, talking to women that do not have regrets, that do not feel guilty, because that's what they do. They make you
they
feel
try to
guilty.
make you feel guilty,
That what you're doing is whatever. But what you do with your body is your personal business. If you choose to share it, that's on you.
Yeah.
But when you do share it, there's a whole bunch of people that come after you for making choices
most definitely.
On what you want to do with your body. So I think that's wrong, as long as nobody else is getting hurt or whatever, But yeah, that was eye-opening because I was scared for her with the documentary, and I was scared for myself because I'm like, shit, now I'm putting myself out there that I am a pro-choice woman, and what's going to happen. I thought about my career, comedy, am I going to get booked? But then, we're progressive.
Yeah.
I did a show with Persisticon, which is a political arm that's just out here advocating for strong women, right? Strong women in the political arena to help get them elected so they can continue to help women with opportunities, pro-choice legislation and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I did that joke with the T-shirts.
Yeah.
And so it's about women owning up to what they've done and not feeling guilty about it. I do not regret not having children.
Okay.
That's it wasn't for me. It didn't happen, and I am so happy.
No, yeah, I don't like kids.
I am so happy. I love them, but I'm just so thankful that I don't have them because
I like them on
I don't have. Yeah, yeah. I look at my leisure time, you know, and the things that I do, and it's like, wow, how would I have been able to navigate like my life? And it just wasn't in the cards, and I'm happy.
Okay, that's right. So right after, were you happy right after this all happened, or did it take you a while?
No, because I
tell us more about that.
Well, the
particular
surgery.
journey.
Once the surgery and stuff, and I'm in the hospital. My family's coming to see me. He didn't come see me at all.
Oh, really? That's
all.
a Nigerian for
Cold.
you. Sorry.
He was a cold motherfucker. Like
I'm Liberian.
Like,
I can talk about Nigerians.
Right. Well, the thing is, after that, it was an eye opener for me that this guy isn't for me. That he's not for me. And
he didn't come to the hospital.
No, he came. Did he come? Yeah, I think he came to pick me up when it was over. Yeah.
Did he pay?
I had insurance.
Oh. Because I'm always like, you need to pay that $500.
Yeah. Back then it was, I don't know. I had insurance. So
okay,
I don't know. But yeah, he came to pick me up, and I was like, yo, why you didn't come? And because you know why? He was worried. He's more worried about the one that was still in my stomach, because he thought they were going to do it both at the same time.
Okay.
So when he found out that I still had a choice, he was upset. Yeah. That was.
So that was a 2-year relationship, and basically it ended around that.
It ended actually 9/11.
Oh. So it lasted a little longer.
It lasted a little longer only because of. Anyway, I had a agenda. When I was, going through it, I knew he wasn't for me, and I didn't know how to leave.
I got you. Yeah, no, we've all been there.
Right.
Yes.
So then, when 9/11, I came in from work. I had no idea 9/11 was happening.
Oh my God! We didn't even talk about your MTA work.
Right. I work at night for the MTA.
Yeah.
I'm in the token booth. They're trying to get us out. They're trying to get us out the booth, but I ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying in the booth.
Right now, they said what they trying to say, y'all gotta walk around or something.
Yeah, they gotta walk around. Listen, I ain't doing that shit. I got too much seniority anyway. All right, it's based on seniority, the jobs you pick. So the job I have, I don't have to do that.
Nice.
But I'm leaving. I'm retiring in about 2 years.
No, that's true. So
I'm going to retire. So before it really be implemented, and listen, 3 of my coworkers got assaulted yesterday. A train operator got punched in the face
from leaving the thing.
No,
or just in there?
They just ran. The guy tried to get into a facility that he wasn't supposed to be in. So she was like, "Hey, you don't belong in there." He punched her. They held him, and then 2 other workers got hit on 42nd Street.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. Protect these MTA workers.
And so the thing is, it's like, okay, yes, you want us to change our job title, but our safety is the number one concern.
Yeah.
It should be. I'm annoyed with that part, like to see already the uptick in crime without us being out in the booth.
No,
right?
that's true.
You got people on YouTube and looking at this news, talking, oh yeah, I can't wait because I got my favorite one I want to get. Shit like that.
No, really?
Somebody's like, I'm sending this to NYPD. I said, please do.
Oh wow, that's great. Okay, well that is great. But that's 2002. But let's go back to 2001. Yeah. When you heard 9/11 essentially.
Well, yes. When I walked in, I had bags. I just came from Stop and Shop, and I'm like, what? Is this a movie? What's going on? Because he said, oh, the plane hit, and then the second one came in.
Oh wow, that was the morning.
Right, the morning. And so the second one hit, and I was like, he's hugging me, consoling me, because I used to work for a company on the 100th floor before I came for transit, and then I have family and friends that work there, so I'm hysterical, and he's holding me, and I'm like, I'm leaving you, and he was like, huh? I said, I'm leaving you, because part of our relationship was, as you know, with most Nigerians, you have to build a relationship. So I was in college, I was working nights, and I was doing comedy. He's like, you're doing too much. How are we supposed to build our relationship? So I quit comedy for 2 years.
Oh no, not for no man.
Exactly. So when I,
go.
it hit me that those people died and they didn't fulfill their dreams.
Yes.
And that's
okay,
when I was like,
sense.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
And he was like, huh? I said, I gotta go. I knew that those moments were, you can't get them back. They're dead.
No, that's
and
true.
there's so
that
many
is
dreams
true.
that died that day. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. And I moved out the next month. I prayed. I was like, God, I need an apartment that paid $500, gas, electric included, and a driveway for my car.
Where'd you find that?
Canarsie.
Oh.
I sure did. It was $550, gas and electric
What
included.
year? That was back in the day.
That was 2001.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can
2001.
find that back
And
then, I guess.
yeah, Miss Tucker, I love her. She was so great. And I left him. And so then I graduated in 2002 with a degree in psychology. And I went to my first open mic, and I had to start all over, right? And he came to a show.
He did.
My ex came to a show, and he was like, wow, you're funny. And I just wanted to punch him in the throat. I wanted to punch him in the throat because what I was hoping with him was to be able to leave transit and pursue comedy. I was getting a lot of hits. A lot of agents were looking at me saying I was funny. And and I'm like, wow. I said, if you would have just support, because it's harder for us to find the support.
No, of course.
As women, men, they can sleep in their car. I mean, I know Tiffany Haddish did it, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I feel like also a lot of male comics, like they get these girlfriends. I'm like, damn, I need a wife.
Okay, they get to support them, let them build them up and pay their bills or whatever they need to do to help pursue their dream.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they go get a white girl.
Yeah.
They go get a white girl. They go marry someone else. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's hard. It's very difficult. So I've always, and because of that trauma, right? That trauma of that relationship, I didn't allow myself to get involved with anyone since.
Really? No, so not since then.
Well, I fucked. I'm just saying, but I just didn't get a serious relationship because in the back of my head, I always thought they're gonna make me choose.
Between comedy,
right? And I was like, I'm not choosing no more. I'm choosing comedy. Yeah. And so this guy I dated briefly, because he's been to shows. He was like, man, you funny. I'd have supported you. And then I said, oh, it ain't all men.
No, it's not all men.
Like I didn't allow myself to heal from that enough to say, let me give another person a shot.
No,
I was
that makes sense.
I was so protective of comedy that I didn't want anyone to even say, hey, you going out too much, you performing too much, or you doing too much.
No, that's true. That is, it happens. Yeah. Guys are very weird. Like, they're like, oh, you go. It's like, I'm a comedian. I can't hang out with you on Friday night. Like, I have a show.
And then and at the time, my ex, when he did come to a show, he's standing there like he my bodyguard. He don't want nobody talking to me.
That's annoying because you got to talk to everybody.
Exactly. So I was like, ooh, I said, I didn't pursue another relationship. And, to my detriment, I'm single. I've been single for a long time. And it's like, wow, I did that. You know what I mean? I didn't understand.
So interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know until that conversation I had with the guy. And I was like, oh, that was trauma. That was another trauma.
Wait, what was the conversation that led you to this point that you knew that basically this relationship a while ago was, and you had so much hurt from that, was the reason why you were still single? When did you have that realization?
Well, the guy and I were talking. He came over to visit, and we were just talking.
Recently or before?
No, this is about 4 years ago.
Okay, 4 years.
4 years ago.
Okay.
So 4 years ago, I was talking to Brian, and I was like, hey, yeah,
That's the Nigerian, y'all.
And I said to him, why I'm not in a relationship. I said, and I gave him the whole story, 9/11, whatever. He said, but you're funny. He said, I would have done anything to help you with your career. And then it dawned, I said, oh, I didn't give no one a chance. After that, I gave no one a chance. And so this guy is telling me how he would have supported me. Yeah. So if I would have gave him a chance.
Got it. No, that makes sense.
we could have been further along, but I was so guarded.
No, that makes sense.
That I didn't allow anyone, like, they could come to the show. I always invite dudes
everyone
to the show.
can come to the show.
Yeah, but you can't come home with me at the same. You can't come home after this. Yeah, it was so difficult. But that realization helped me loosen up a little bit. So if a guy did approach me, I didn't shut him down.
Got it. So that's your philosophy now. Like that's like to be more.
Yes,
open.
I'm good now because my career in comedy is doing well.
Yes,
I created the Black Women in Comedy Laff Fest. Now an offshoot of one of the shows from the festival. Joke Sisters is now going on a mini tour.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's like what I'm doing is I just would like someone to be able to compliment what I'm doing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Support, of course, but just be supportive and just laugh.
No, that is true. It's interesting because I see a lot of female comics like they'll date male comics. I'm never doing that.
That's one of my mantras. Do not date, and it's not because
it's
there's anything right. It's just. Anyway, when I first started in '96, there was a couple. I couldn't tell you their name right now, but they were a white couple, and they were so in love. Oh, I was like, ooh, I want
comedians.
that. Yes, comedians.
Okay.
My home club at the time was Stand Up New York.
Okay.
And so this is '96. I started in March, so I was going to the open mics or whatever, and they were so in love, and then they broke up.
Oh.
And it was the worst
and
thing.
You had to divide. Then there's like the whole like, oh, that's your friend. But it's with the scene, so that's
it was
awkward.
horrible. They talked so much shit about each other on stage that it scared me. So listen, I'm one of the persons. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn from you and learn the experience and say, okay, I'm not to do that.
That makes it. But the male comics, they have groupies. I feel so they can pick women. I'm just like, what is our group? We don't get any groupies.
It's harder. It's definitely harder for women.
Get weird guys.
Comics. to have a serious relationship, and I applaud the ones that do. I just saw that Dan Lamort, is that you saying, and Natalie Cuomo.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
I was like, what?
But there's somebody else that might be upset about that. But anyway, let's move on. But
no comment.
All these comics dating comics. I was like, this is great. But that, Natalie Cuomo.
Yeah,
Natalie Cuomo's from Queens.
I respect the craft so much that I don't want any diversion from it by definitely. Outside. Because it's competition. It's competition, and men are very competitive.
No,
as well as women, but
we are competing.
We have a nurturing aspect. So if we're in love mode, everything's going to go toward the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? As a comedian, I've seen it.
Yeah, you can see it.
I've seen it, and it's like, nah,
no, it's about me.
It's about us. If we're gonna do it, let's figure out a way as a couple how to make this shit pop.
No, it's true. Actually, Rosebud Baker is married to a comic. I feel like I feel like they complement each other well. I feel like they have a great.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I forgot her husband's name.
The couples that listen, the couples I grew up when I started was Rich Voss, and I think it's Kathleen Madigan.
Okay. I don't know who those people are. Yeah,
that they they the OGs. I believe it's Kathleen or the other. I get them confused sometimes. Bonnie McFarlane. Yeah. I was like, because they do favor each other a little bit. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was one couple that I know was like dope. You know what I mean? As far as the industry. But yeah, I just.
Are you on the apps now?
No.
Okay. No,
I'm scared of the apps.
Joanna, you got hello. First of all, you're not dating unless you're on the app. Granted, it's all trash. It's a horrible experience.
Which one? Did you suggest Hinge?
Okay, everyone's on Hinge because I think the dudes are ugly on Hinge, but yes, I'm on Hinge.
Okay, so because see, I'm 54. I know I don't look it, but I'm 54, and thank you. I just turned 54, and I need me, a seasoned.
I don't know where the old school is per se, but I don't think they have to be on Hinge
or unhinged.
Honestly, even though Tinder is trash, I'm not on Tinder. But I swear to God, my girlfriends are still on Tinder. They keep on meeting dudes on Tinder, still to this day.
I was on Plenty of Fish about 5 years ago.
No, that's not the place.
It was weird.
Don't go there. Plenty of Fish is for like weirdos.
Well, shit. So I thought all of them was for weirdos.
Well, they are.
Okay, after I leave here, I'm gonna go to Hinge and see what it's about because and what's the other one? Bumble.
Bumble, yes, that's a nice one. But you have to. So I don't like Bumble because I have to say hi. Granted, I don't like any dating app, but I have to say hi first. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying hi to anybody.
Yeah, why they make the women say hi first?
Because we're supposed to be in control, but it really, I don't know. We just collect a bunch of highs, and then you have to say, I don't know. It's too much work.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's too much work anyway. I like to collect likes, so that's what the Hinge. You can collect your little likes, and you go through and be like, ew or no.
Oh.
I like to just collect,
I don't know. That feels high schoolish.
No, I know. Granted, if you honestly, I envy you. If you're over 50, have never been on dating apps, do not listen to me and start. But I feel like that is what we do. So.
Wow, I want to do it old school, like when they come to this token booth, they would ask questions. Like I used to get dates sometimes.
Oh, nice.
And then I was like kind of picky. I only like the guys that buy the unlimited.
Got you, because they got that unlimited money.
Yeah, they got unlimited money. They got a job for 7 or 30 days. So. But yeah, that's basically how I was meeting men.
Through
my job.
Okay, that's interesting. So, you talked about the heterotopic. I'm gonna say heterosexual. Heterotopic pregnancy.
Right.
So, like, in terms of, because we're just posting this online. What advice would you give for anyone who's experiencing that? Like, in terms of, like, what advice do you have for any woman?
It's rare for anyone to just, you could have a regular ectopic pregnancy where it's just in the fallopian tube. Yeah. So what I had is like extremely rare. But having an ectopic pregnancy if you're someone that want to have children, then, definitely going to have to be more conscientious and careful with your one fallopian tube, to have children.
You have to get the fallopian tube removed.
Oh, yeah, you definitely, because it's implanted. They could not, they couldn't. When you
no matter what, that's the option. Like,
yes. Yeah, they remove the fallopian tube. So I have one fallopian tube. So, yes, if you're a woman that wants to be a mom, my advice is just, follow your doctor's orders, take better care of your health so that when you do have a viable pregnancy, everything works out. Because when you have one ectopic pregnancy, it's prone that you would have another one. That's what they're saying.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they say it's more than likely. That's why some women, when they miscarry, they may have 2 or 3 miscarriages.
Yeah, people have a lot of miscarriages.
Yeah, so it's something with the I would say hereditary, something to that effect.
That makes sense. And if your boo comes to the hospital, drop them.
Exactly.
I know any circumstance, at all.
Listen, I knew he wasn't for me prior to 9/11, and I just didn't know how to get out of it until 9/11. 9/11 gave me like, yo, bitch, you got to go.
It changed. You know what's so funny about 9/11? It changed some people for the worse. Yes. I mean, I saw people who ran away from New York, and they still haven't come back and stuff like that. No, wow. Seriously. But the other people just kind of did a motivation.
If you see the positive, even though it was a tragedy, there's some positive to it, and it's like, get your shit together. Get your shit together so that, you could live. Because to me, I'm honoring those people that died because I'm living and I chose to live and fight for myself and pursue my career in comedy. Not having children, I don't regret it.
Honestly, when I see these parents with these badass kids, I'm like, this looks like
yes, you said that today.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
there's a woman that comes through my station. To be
hit or something.
She has an infant that's under a year, maybe 6 months, and she has 3 boys. Yeah. And she's in a homeless shelter until they could get her home.
Oh, she's probably get first pick.
Right, hopefully yeah. I hope so too. She's every night, and mind you, she's coming through 2 a.m. in the morning with these boys to go to this homeless shelter, and it's like, wow, I commend her. I commend any
I commend the
woman
parents doing
or
that.
parents that have children. That's a labor of love.
No, of course, no, that is definitely labor of love.
And I don't regret it. I don't have this. Oh, I wish I was a mom. That never. Comedy is my baby, as you know. They call me Mama Joe in the scene.
Yeah, she take care of all of us.
I do. I just want to nurture the comedians to be the best they can because a lot of times what I saw coming up, it was cold. Because if you don't insert love, and like I said, when people have trauma, comedy, we go to comedy for because we're traumatized in some way. Even though Seinfeld says whatever, there's some trauma.
No, there is
to getting on stage and sharing and put it out.
Something wrong with us.
It is. But we know how to channel it. Most of us into a form where we bring joy and laughter to others. So that's what I want to do, and with the comedy, and that's why the festival is another way for me to connect and be nurturing and help others grow. And I think that's just amazing to be able to see how many lives are affected and the ripple effects. No, you ain't helping
me. I'd be like, thank Jesus, I was a part of that festival because I was like, Joanna has greatly, greatly helped me. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story today.
Thank you. I hope somebody out there, get some understanding of what it is, and just check if you can, just get the IUD.
I'm still on those. I do the very, very low estrogen, but okay. I might do the IUD. We'll see.
Yeah, because them pills, man, I don't know what's in them. I don't even like doing regular medicine. Like,
no, they can make you great. You are right. IUD is the way to go, even if the baby comes out.
Look, I still had it 4 years ago, the IUD, because with Obama, it became free. So I was like, give me another one. I went and got one because it was free. I was like, I don't know. I was like,
wait, is it still free or not?
I don't know. It was Obamacare.
They rolled back all those.
Okay, so I went and got it, and then I went to GYN 4 years ago 2 years ago, and she was like, "You're menopausal. You know, what are you doing
like,
with
your
it?"
IUD
Okay,
days
she's
are
like,
up, girl.
she's like, she took it. She said, "You don't need this."
She's like,
She said, you don't need this.
now you on the other side. Now you really free.
Yes.
Honestly, if I was a dude, I'm like, all these girls that could get pregnant. Honestly, I'm always worried about being pregnant. Go for the older lady who still look young like Joanna.
Yes, thank you. However, there's a large demographic of women over 50 with HIV.
Is that true?
It is.
No.
Because there's a demographic of men out there.
Oh, that is just. Oh, see, I didn't know nothing about that. Okay.
Listen, I fucked.
Y'all better get on prep.
And
like the gay guys.
I've done enough that I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not missing it. What I'm missing is companionship.
Got you.
Understand? Because it's that's what you want in life, is someone to just grow old with and whatever. Because after a certain time, his shit ain't gonna work either.
No, that's true. That's a sad thing.
It's a part of life. So we can just understand that and meet someone that is like, hey, let's make some money, let's build. I'm good with that.
No, I love that, and that's a great. So that is true. That is great. And then I would love to talk about, now that we're done. Yeah, we're done with
heterotopic.
Yeah, we're done with heterotopic. I can't say it. I haven't learned to say it during this recording of this podcast. Yes. But yeah, we're done with that. Is there anything we're not done with? So at the end of our podcast, we always go the podcast called "We're Done Here." Now we talk about what we're not done with. And of course, I have a topic this week. Of course, it's always TV related. What I'm not done with is Harry and Meghan.
I just saw an article where somebody trashed them bad.
Were they British? Because
he had to backtrack.
Because I've been reading all the bad press. Because I've been reading a lot of the reviews coming out about the Netflix special, whatever, and all the bad press. The author's Britain. Because the Americans, we don't give a fuck.
We don't.
We oh, it makes sense to me. You killed this man's mom. Really, the press was following her like crazy people. Yeah. And you were trying to do it to his wife, and he was like, fuck that.
Yeah, he's out. I love him for that, because
I do.
He's protecting his woman.
He is.
And that's what you want in a man. It's like, hey, what's the best thing? Even with the heritage that he has, he know how fucked up they are.
He knows. And it was so interesting. Because do you know that I met Prince Harry
No.
in Croatia? It was a whole thing, but about 10 years ago, I met Prince Harry.
Oh, you could have been the princess.
Listen, he wasn't dating black girls then, but his friends were. That's a different story. No, but he was going through his drunken Harry days, acting a fool. We were in island Croatia. There was mad paparazzi. Right? It was crazy. You can still Google Harry in Croatia, see pictures of him jumping in the pool, acting crazy.
Right.
But anyway, I took a picture of him. He got really pissed off, cursed me out. But then I apologized to him, and then he hugged me, gave me a kiss on the cheek. I'll never forget. He's super tall, whatever. And he's a hot.
He asked you to delete the picture?
No, he didn't say nothing like that. I posted on Facebook. It's still up there.
Okay.
And it was a whole crazy night or whatever. But the thing about it is that story with him going to Croatia, he was escaping them.
Oh.
He literally left, he ran away. It was big news.
Wow.
He ran away. He only had two friends, one bodyguard. He took a Ryanair flight.
Wow.
So I was honestly, knowing not that I know dude, but I was dude was been over this royal family.
Wow.
And they all think it's Meghan. I'm it's him.
Oh, okay.
And they're watching the documentary.
But didn't you know there was rumors that he's not even Charles' son? They try to say
we all know about that.
Right.
I believe that.
Don't. You do?
I don't know, but I feel
I love Diana. That's just such a tragedy.
It's weird because I was a little girl when she passed away, but it's a dramatic thing for some reason.
It was in any time someone that's beloved like her, or in society, it's trash. They're trash.
So, but anyway, the documentary's great. I forgot that Harry did two tours in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. I'm dude's a war hero. William, you just a bitch that's been in that castle too long. Anyway, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
He wants that throne. He wants to be in that throne.
That's where he's going to become with his boring-ass wife. His wife is mad boring. Eat a cheeseburger, bitch. You mad skinny.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part I don't like, is that emaciated look.
I don't like. She looks way too skinny. But apparently, I don't know if you watched the documentary. I don't want to give none away. But basically, it's starting to seem I don't know. William's a little shady, but
he is shady. He's definitely shady.
But yeah, that's what I'm not done with.
He's taking that. Listen, I don't understand. First of all, how your mistress can become part of the whole thing.
Oh wait, you talking about what's his name? Charles.
Yeah,
That's Charles. I'm talking about Charles. Oh my God.
The dad. Like, how the hell
Camila?
you get
Camila?
Yeah, Camila. Like, yo, she's supposed to stay in the back. How you gonna build her up? Like,
and she's not even cute.
No, she's side chick. That's a side chick. He made her main chick.
Yeah, that's what he did. But he never liked Diana. But Diana was beautiful and like we loved her. Honestly.
Yeah. That was an arranged marriage, but whatever.
DT. Anyway, so yeah, that was my not. Is there anything you're not done with?
I'm not done with keto. Okay, I'm not done with keto. I've been on keto since May 28th.
How do you do it? Because I can't do it. You lost a lot of weight.
I've lost 40 pounds.
Yes.
I've been since my birthday last month. I've been indulging in carbs or whatever they call that refeed.
Wait,
that's what I'm calling it, refeed.
Refeed.
Well, it's a cycle where you could add carbs back to your diet. And then when you start back keto, you lose more weight. Because the body needs refeed every now and then, glycogen or whatever. So I understand the science behind it. So I know that's why it's working. But we're not done with keto, but I'm looking to do carnivore. Carnivore is sexy as fuck.
That?
Carnivore is just meat, man. You just eat meat, just straight meat, no vegetables, no starch. Nah.
What about you can eat bacon too?
Yeah, bacon. Oh yeah, that's what it's called: beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Those are the 4 tenets of when you start in the carnivore diet. Yes. Oh my God, I've been doing so much research on it, and a lot of people have. Cured their diabetes, their high blood pressure, their inflammation, their IBS.
Oh, I have IBS.
Yeah. But yes, it's based on the research. I was like, wow, okay, let me try it. So January 1st, I'm going to start beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Oh, that's right. So the thing about it is, I always try to do keto and I be eating all this like beef and stuff like that, but then I'll turn around, I'll eat a Snickers. So like I can't do it. It's not for me.
Well, you know, you have to get that one picture that is fucked up so bad that you like, bitch, I got to do something. And that was May 28th. We went to eat and celebrate my mom. She passed away, so her birthday is the 26th. So we had BBQs eating, and my brother took pictures of us, and then he sent it to me Sunday night into Monday morning, and that picture, I'm in the booth crying, like, what the fuck? And that morning, I went straight to the supermarket, bought eggs, bacon, and just went keto.
Oh, damn.
And I thank my brother for that picture, although he's a hater. But I thank him for that picture because it helped me get back on track, because I want to live.
No,
right? And grief, and that's another thing. My mom passed away 4 years ago, Saturday, the 17th. So I've been grieving and didn't know it. So, you know, food is comfort. So once that breakthrough happened, I'm like, oh, so now I'm doing the keto and soon carnivore. They call it ketovore, where you combine, you eat less vegetables, because now they're saying plants are killing us.
I can't keep up.
They call it anti-nutrients because
I'm not keeping
you heard about that, right?
I have not. Plants now?
Yes, they're saying because when you snatch plants out, they immediately release anti-nutrients because they don't want you to eat them.
I'm done.
So that's why they say people get like irritable bowel syndrome and stuff.
Oh yeah, because I eat a lot of salads because you're supposed to. But
yeah, but see that's the thing. Who say you're supposed to?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why these guys, they're hilarious. If you watch them, I don't take it for anyway, I'm doing it for me, but a lot of this shit is crazy. There's some people, they call it the lion diet now. That's where they fucking eat raw meat.
No, see,
motherfuckers are going back to caveman.
No,
they're going back to caveman. Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it is. It's as a comedian, just listening to them, I'm like, ooh, they about to go on the next level.
Well, you can get your whole hour from out of this diet stuff alone.
Yes. Well, keto to me is just Atkins. Atkins just didn't provide any fat. Atkins told you to stay low fat, where keto tell you to bring fat in, because fat is the fuel source. Fat fills you up. Good fats, that is. Avocado, coconut oil, you know, stuff like that is good for you.
Yeah.
And no, the numbers, your cholesterol, all of that, it's not going to go high.
Okay,
well, it's just a weird science, but the SAD diet, standard American diet, is fucked up. It's based on corporations.
Americans are stupid,
right? But it's the corporations and the their scientists are together. Right?
Well, they petitioned the government not to change the food pyramid, so we don't know what the fuck to eat. So all these cups of milk, nobody need no damn cups of milk.
And the milk is from cows that we're not supposed to be drinking.
Well,
cow milk.
I stopped doing cow milk a long time. My mom just got me almond milk eggnog.
Oh, how was it?
You know, it's all right.
Which
but,
brand?
It was like, who's the almond milk people? I forgot.
Silk?
Yeah,
Okay,
Silk is
all right.
doing it.
Well, try.
But I'm just like, I'll go back to regular.
Yeah, I don't care
eggnog.
for eggnog. I think it's the weirdest shit.
No, it is. So I love some eggnog and brandy, but that's my.
What about coquito?
Oh yeah, I love some coquito,
Okay.
but I need some Dominicans to make it for me.
Oh, you don't do it's Puerto Ricans?
Puerto Ricans that make it
Okay.
too. So it's so funny. I had a Puerto Rican and Dominican come to my house and have a war one time.
Oh, shit.
And Dominican won. Just say. So that's why. Anyway,
You gonna edit this, right? You gonna start a riot?
No, we gonna post this. But anyway, Joanna, thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you
the
for having me. This was
podcast.
so much fun. We're not done yet, right?
Yeah,
Or
no,
not
we're
done.
here.
We're done here.
But where can the guys find you?
On Instagram, it's Joanna, M as in Mary or Maria, which is my middle name, Briley, one word, on Instagram. Facebook, don't hit me up on Facebook. I don't trust, I don't.
No, I don't like people hitting me up on
Yeah,
Facebook.
Instagram is better. It's more live, more interaction, whereas, Facebook.
And then remember to check out the Black Women in Comedy Laff
Yes,
Fest.
and tonight I'm going to be in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Moon Cafe. I have a bunch of shows to end the year out, so I'm very thankful for that. And then next year we're doing a tour, Black History Month, DC, Maryland, Philly, Boston, Virginia.
Nice.
So those are dates that are in the works. We already got DC, Maryland, and Philly.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
it's just a mini tour to get our feet wet.
Nice. Love
And
it.
the festival is June 14th through the 18th, 2023.
Yes, most definitely. Well, thank you so much, Joanna.
Thank you for having me.
And we're done here.
And we're done here.